Hello, everybody. Welcome to, what is this called? Nerd Force.
Live to tape from the Bellagio Cinema in Tampa, Florida, with your host, Andy Signor. He may have lost the fight, but he'll win the war. This is Nerd Wars.
Hello and welcome to Nerd Wars. I'm so happy to be back for episode 2, and I got some amazing new people and some returning favorites coming to war it out again with some awesome topics. That's right. This week we'll be debating what would the most delicious mythical creature be. We'll also be doing the age-old debate of Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network. And our top billing event, do we need Guardians of the Galaxy 3 without James Gunn? These are going to be some heated debates. We'll also be playing another round of Who's the Best, so stay tuned all the way through. We're going to meet our fitters in a second. Before we do that, I want to announce a special thing this week. We just launched a Patreon. That's right. We're asking you for money. Why? Because I'm broke and we're trying to do this thing, and this is a lot of energy and a lot of equipment, and we need to get this going. So if you want Nerd Wars and you want all this content and you want to support this, please check it out. There's actually a lot of cool stuff in there. The link's in the description below. You can learn all about it. There's like $1 tiers, and there's like, you could sponsor a studio if you want to, really. It's all there. A lot of options. I just thought, you know what? If you ask for it, you never know, right? But if you don't want to support it, no worries. We're still here. But if you can, we'd really appreciate it. So check it out. And I want to thank, actually, one of my fans was so gracious that he donated before even I had the Patreon. Aaron Brown, thank you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. I really appreciate it. To all of you supporting the show and reaching out with the good comments, thank you so much. Reach out to all these fellow people who are amazing and doing awesome work for you. All right, time to learn our teams. First up, hello, Adon. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
And I see you have Danny back with you.
We do.
And you have a new player, Ian. Hey, Ian.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm happy to be here.
You drove 5 hours to be here. Are you crazy?
I am tired of shit, but I'm here. I'm ready to fight.
Dude, high five, man. Plug your channel.
Thank you, man. Oh, the Intellectual Controverse. Holla at me. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm here.
Dude, Ian was one of my first favorite supporters. Thank you for reaching out and being such a good, kind person. I've loved talking with you, and thank you for coming. I hope we can do more of this. But what's your team name, guys?
Team Lightbright.
Lightbright.
Team Lightbright. You guys, this is going to be so much fun. I'm excited for it. But over here, we got Andrew's back.
Hey, guys.
Andrew, our returning player. You're going to go back against Danny later. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
She's
heated,
going down again.
That was a heated
I'm
argument.
going 2-0.
But you've brought two new players here on your team. Gil, welcome to the show.
Hi there.
How you doing, Gil?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing great. And also on your team here, we got Toddy. You drove 5 hours here with Ian. Are you crazy?
I did. I'm very tired.
Get ready to perform.
That won't happen anytime soon.
No, you guys are going to be great, and thank you for doing it. What is your team name, guys?
We are Team Token White Guy, and I am the titular Token White Guy.
Yep.
Okay.
If you can tell.
Yeah, the token white guy. All right. I guess I don't matter. I don't count. I'm not the token white guy?
No,
I thought I was.
Sorry. You've been
All right,
replaced.
we got two. All right, whatever. All right, guys, it's time to fight it out. Round one, we conveniently already have Gil and Adon here, and you guys are going to be fighting out most delicious mythical creature. And if you like these topics, we're trying all kind of crazy topics. You can suggest them on Twitter, here in the comments below. What are the nerd wars you want to see? And it doesn't just have to be movies or shows. It could be gaming. It can be nerd topics out the wazoo. Whatever you want, we'll debate it. Ask it in the comments below. But first up, round one, most delicious mythical creature. Who's let's start with Gil to hear what creature did you choose?
I'm going to go with Hobbit.
Hobbits.
I mean, outside of the obvious,
Hobbits.
they are small creatures who eat profusely. I mean, essentially, they are quasi-humanoid pigs, and don't really travel very far. I mean, they're perfect little creatures. They're everywhere, honestly. If you go to Middle Earth, you basically can't, throw a freaking one ring without actually hitting a damn hobbit. So
all right, so we'll keep saying keep. All right, and Don, what do you pick? What's your mythical creature?
I'm picking the Griffin. It's a powerful,
The Lion
creature.
Eagle.
The Lion Eagle, absolutely.
That's a great sports team name.
Oh, it's great everything. And you know what? Are we starting this now? Because
all right, let's start it.
Yeah.
War it out. Go.
All right. All right. You know what? The Griffin is just great because it has everything that you want. It's as big as a lion.
Okay.
It has the wings of the eagle, the head of the eagle. You're getting all the items that you're going to want.
By all
just
you mean two.
No. Because just like if you're eating like a cow, horse, or any kind of animal of that nature, you're going to break that down. You got the hindquarters, you got the back, you got the stomach. You get the extra large wings. You could feed a village off this thing or just live off of it for practically a month. And imagine the delicious meals you can make off of this thing. And not including the breakfast. Just one egg got to be larger than
Hopefully
an
it's a
ostrich
female.
egg.
Essentially, it is basically the KFC Pizza Hut of mythical creatures. It's two objects, but in reality, we already have eagles. We already have lions. We don't really eat them. Outside of dentists, we don't really take care of them because I don't know. I don't know. I've never tried lion. I don't know about you, but I can tell you for certain we don't have hobbitses. I've never had one. Not that I don't know of. I haven't been to Papua New Guinea. Maybe.
So, your argument is that Hobbit is good because we don't have them. We don't have a griffin right now.
That's the concept of mystical. It's something or mythical.
Mythical creatures.
Excuse me.
Yes.
This is true. Mine's
It's something that
too.
we don't know, we don't have. So the illusion of beauty and the illusion of that delicious meat. I can tell you, I've had a lot of meat in my mouth, and I can
Don't doubt
tell
that.
you that Hobbit would be so delicious.
All right, I want to break into why. Tell me why yours is better than the other. Why he's getting help. And we should remind viewers at home, this show acts a little different. Any of the team members can tap in if the person up front will allow it. But what about the griffin is better than a hobbit?
So, number one, it doesn't look like your brother or sister that you're eating.
I've never seen a
they're
Hobbit that looks
literally-
like my family.
Literally, hobbits are known as halflings just because they look like regular people. They're just half the size.
Very true.
And the only difference really is they have hairy feet. So next to that,
I
you're
mean, I have family
pretty much
members
just
that are the same
doing
way.
nothing but cannibalism.
But they're not humans. I mean, they're essentially like quasi-intelligent pigs, if anything.
Have you
I
eaten
mean,
a human?
Not yet.
So how do
Are you
know
offering?
for sure?
Do you know?
I mean, one day, maybe. Anyways, the sheer fact of the matter is, with the griffin, you're getting the benefits of not only the juiciest meat that you can probably find, you're also getting the benefits of like the healing factors that the griffin has. They do.
They
like
do?
the feathers, the horns, they heal sight. Their eggs have been known to prolong your life. Just on that alone, that's
Even your own
driving
team
the
members just
interest.
went, damn.
Now on top of
That
which,
sounds like Chinese voodoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get a
It's
recount?
like
fact
shark
check?
fin
I don't
bullcrap.
believe that's true. I don't believe that's true.
Now,
That sounds great. I don't know. It sounds
the other
I
thing
got
to
some
note.
shark fin to tell you. It's delicious.
We don't fact check on the show.
Here's
You just
the
debate.
one other thing to know. Yes, your hobbits sit around all day and they just eat, but they also smoked tobacco all the time.
Some
You're gonna
do.
get nothing but
They
like
have the nicotine
tar
patch
in
there.
there. They got nothing going on. You're gonna get like this one bad hobbit that has cancer going on in himself.
We don't
You
have
want
to eat
that
the
in your
liver.
meal?
No one likes liver in any animal, so the tar is not an issue.
Well, that's from the drinking so much. They're gonna destroy
don't
their
eat their
liver
lungs.
and their
Sorry,
kidneys.
lungs, liver, lungs.
You're already taking out essentially ingredients that you have in a good meal.
All right, hold on. I got a lot there. I need a reply from Gil. How do you combat the he's saying it's got healing factors, and yours is going to taste like tobacco.
Yes.
Hobbits never leave the Shire. I mean, that's pretty much well known. You've had maybe 3 out of a couple of hundred that leave. So essentially, they're just humanoid veal. They sit there, they eat, they grow food, they have breakfasts multiple times a day.
Breakfasts,
I mean,
just like
come on.
hobbits is. I love
They
how
don't
you.
have brunch. So all they're gonna do is just eat there and get fat, and they're gonna taste delicious. I can guarantee you. You use their little feet as some sort of like handle. It's perfect. Just roast them over a fire. Oh, God, I'm getting kind of already thinking about it.
All right, we got some tap-ins, and I think Andrew wanted to tap in. Go ahead. Oh wow, it's a little preview of our fight later. So go ahead, Danny.
Hey, chica, ¿cómo
to
estás?
All right,
wrap us
so
up, or as we start
Gil
wrapping
is throwing this word around, and it's humanoid. Okay, like, you're throwing this word around like
Partially legal?
They are
Illegal?
humans.
Question
And
mark?
Cannibalism is like not a thing that I would like to partake in.
Humanoid. They aren't. Well, are they human? Let's ask that. It's a good point.
I feel like they're human.
No.
honestly,
no, they're mythical. They're not human.
I'm not even.
It's a hypothetical question. We're,
is an elf a human?
I'm not.
No.
I'm not gonna eat elf. Listen,
Elf is like a
as soon as
a
animals
robot.
start talking, I'm not eating them either. Okay, if my meal can talk to me, there's a problem.
Well,
I'm not-
I would eat Liv
I-
Tyler on the daily and Claire Blanchett. I mean, those look like delicious creatures. I'm not gonna lie.
not-
But
All right. What did you come in here for, Andrew? What's your
so basically,
point?
I wanted. Why am I here? So basically, I wanted to get into the veal factor. Imagine mass producing hobbits is how he said. So we would like kind of like foot binding or something. We would do the same thing. The hobbit make them fat. They would basically be veal as my colleague was saying. And so imagine going to like Basically, your griffin might be like for the
So you're
hippies that are like
asking
into kale.
to
My shit's gonna be like we're gonna
Hobbit
have some Michelin
cruelty?
stars over here. Like Hobbits is gonna be some Michelin star, like 3 Michelin star meal. Like Anthony Bourdain, God rest his soul, he would have cooked the Hobbits. It's not this some griffin bullshit. So
What?
again,
So sad
do you want a
Bourdain
Michelin
remember
star?
this.
You know who else would
A Michelin
would,
star meal.
cook
I
these
watched an
hobbits?
episode with him and Kenny today.
Hannibal.
Anyway,
Hannibal
do you want a
would
Michelin star
cook
meal,
these
or do you
hobbits.
want some healthy pseudo? Maybe it's good for you, Dr. Oz kind of shit. I don't
Griffin
know.
is a
I think I'm
giant
going to
chicken.
Michelin star.
Good point, and I want to just have your reply since you started this. Are they humanoid, Gil?
No.
You said it 3 times.
It's a polite phrase. I mean, honestly, I'm just saying it because I know that there may be hobbits watching. But I've seen The Hobbit. I've seen Lord of the Rings many times, and I can tell you now, I don't understand what the hell they're saying at all. I mean, they might as well be oinking to me. I look at them and I think immediately, delicious
It
food.
is starting to. So like Spanish people, you probably can't understand them. So
Oh,
are
no,
you
I can
gonna eat them
understand them
too?
fine because I am
Like-
Spanish. Thank you.
Oh, are you? Oh, that's true.
Ooh.
What about German? What?
Oh yeah.
I'm not my racist.
Anyway, let's not get into that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
Let's
later
not get
fight.
into how you're racist.
All right, thank you, Danny. Though, good point, bringing up the humanoid nature. Why are they more delicious? Give me your closing marks here, Don. And why is the griffin more delicious?
The griffin is taking all the best attributes of the animal kingdom. They
Of
are
two.
known as the king of beasts for a reason. They-
animals, son. Not the animal kingdom. 2 animals.
And Budweiser's
That-
known as the king of beer.
They are literally everything put together.
They got multiple.
See?
They have more
Sponsor
than
us.
2 beers.
You're
All right.
taking all the best attributes and putting them in one
But
in
two.
order to make a perfect creature.
I love KFC and I love lion. Give me that creature.
Listen, all I
I've
think
seen
about
2.
is when I get a humanoid creature in front of me, which is a shape of a human, I'm thinking of all the bad things that I've put in my body, as well as everybody else.
Well, we wouldn't eat you. I mean,
They're
come
not
on.
breeding for that.
Okay, closing remarks, Gil.
Again, we have eagles, we have chickens, we have lions. We don't eat them for a reason, and it's not just because they're cute and cuddly.
We definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I eat
Yeah,
chicken.
well, we don't eat eagles,
That's only
which
because
is what they're based off of. Can you
Eat
imagine?
lion? Do people eat lion like in Africa?
I would imagine not.
They used to.
I think they're protected.
Yeah.
No, they're protected now.
I think they're
Now,
protected.
they
Google
used
me.
to,
I don't
but
know. I don't
They
know.
used to.
They
Back
do.
in the day,
Yeah,
they
that's
did.
Sure, they eat
Rather
it.
go
Anyone who
walk
can
his
eat
self.
meat will eat it.
Speculation at best.
Someone's eating an eagle too, depressingly,
Yeah.
but no one's eating a hobbit.
not
is
an
your
American.
point.
They don't touch them
Not
now
American.
because they're extinct. Well, not extinct. They're
Also
going
because they're really hard to
under
catch.
protection.
Hobbits, they can barely run.
All right, seriously, 10 seconds. This is going to decide it. Give me why it's more delicious. Go. 10 seconds.
They don't move ever. They eat a lot of food. Plump and delicious. Plump and delicious.
10 seconds. More delicious.
They are just juicy. They got the best kind of meats and all the best parts of the animal you're going to want to get.
Time. Time. Listen, this was actually weird for me and tough because I
Just like
don't
Griffin.
Yeah, I don't eat meat anymore. So I'm trying to, but I've eaten meat, so I can judge this. But here's where I'm stuck. Who eats lion or eagle? You're making them sound like they're delicious.
who eats
You've given me
people?
no basis as to why those are good. And you didn't hang up on that. I wanted that closing to re-hit the mythical, what's it called? The healing factor stuff. You didn't even
That's
give it to me
true.
again. They would be like veal. And veal, as much as I ethically don't like eating veal, is delicious. The question was most delicious. Ethics aside, we got to give it to Gil and the hobbits. They would be. I mean, it is what it is. You got to give me a better
I hope you like
argument.
the taste of
I am
tobacco.
surprised. Gil and team. What was your team name?
Yeah,
Token white guy gets the first point. All right,
As per
time
usual.
for
Yeah.
round
I
two. It's time for the next debate: Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon. That's right, the two channels a lot of people grew up on. Which one is the best? And right now I got Ian versus Toddy. Toddy versus Ian. I did that backwards.
I know we look alike. I get
I
it.
know who. I know which. But this is epic. All right, so Toddy, what are you picking? Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon.
Ooh, and that means Ian, you'll be doing.
Cartoon Network.
All right, and I want to just for the viewers at home so they can enjoy this. You two are dating.
Yes, that's my
We
queen.
are.
But tonight I will dethrone her.
Oh,
I will be the queen.
I love this. A couple that drove 5 hours to fight. Oh, that's just
You gotta
that's
spend
that's
5 hours
awesome.
in
You guys
the
are
car.
amazing. I support
Yes.
this union. All right, all right. So we know what you're doing. I'm gonna let you guys do it. Fight.
Absolutely. Ladies first. Do you want to go?
Sure.
Okay.
I was about to say ladies first, man. Come on.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Nickelodeon for many, many reasons. First of all, I'm gonna say that it created some of the most memorable characters that of all time. There's Hey Arnold, there's Doug, there's the Rugrats, Cat Dog. Like, these are classic, almost, cartoons. On top of that, it paved the way for a lot of people. There are so many successful people, all due to Nickelodeon. There's Keenan and Kel, which have gone on to do really great things, SNL, all of that. Ariana Grande is one of the top musicians right now. Nick Cannon he runs like
Everything?
everything pretty
world,
much.
yeah.
There's Drake, he's like the number one
Still don't have talent though.
selling.
I
That
don't
doesn't
believe
mean he ain't
You're still
successful.
good.
That doesn't mean he's not successful. Drake also, he's definitely one of the most successful musicians to like ever live. The program variety, like you get everything with Nickelodeon. There's sketch comedy, game shows, there's family TV, there's cartoons, they have a ton of different channels as well. Teen Nick, Nick Jr., Nick at Night. Like, I mean, there's something for everybody with Nickelodeon.
All right. I mean, that's a great starter. Ian, let's hear your list.
Okay, you're not wrong, but it's not better. And then I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Those cartoons that you just mentioned, Doug, Cat Dog, Rugrats. Let's talk about Rugrats for a second. I am a 29-year-old father. I cannot watch that show without being sick. The worst parents of all time. You know, how the fuck you gonna let, like, 1, 2-year-olds just walk around, like, you know, and just every episode, where's my baby? You know, it's terrible. What are you teaching your kids with that? Those kids, those shows do not hold up. As much as I love Nickelodeon,
All of what you're saying, all of them don't hold up.
a lot of the
None of them are
cartoons don't. Keenan and Kel is still funny. I give it that. But a lot of those cartoons do not hold
That's
up.
the only one?
But let's talk about our cartoons.
All right.
Let's talk about our cartoons.
Okay.
Not only do we have original content like Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, and Powerpuff Girls, but what was the network that put out the classic Hanna-Barbera, sorry, I'm saying that wrong.
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Was it Nickelodeon? No, it wasn't. It was Cartoon Network. Our generation would not know anything about Scooby-Doo. It would not know anything about the Jetsons, the Flintstones, all of the damn Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, all that stuff. We would not know about that if it wasn't for Cartoon Network putting that on the platform. And not just that, you know, all the history about where cartoons were before it is now. We have Adult Swim. We have, which is probably like the greatest thing for adults. In my opinion, Boondocks up there with South Park and The Simpsons. What else does Cartoon Network have? Rick and Morty. Toonami. Toonami introduced anime to America.
I can't believe you forgot that.
Yes. I'm sorry.
This man is.
I'm gonna give it on the 5-hour drive. Go ahead.
Yes. Anime introduced to America because of Toonami, which is on what channel? Cartoon Network. Yeah.
All right. So you both made good lists. Why is your network better?
Oh, mine still holds up. You cannot watch that. You cannot watch Nickelodeon without being sick now. Like, SpongeBob makes you stupid. I'm gonna just keep it real.
I can't even agree with that.
I'm ready.
However,
But one show does not make one show does not make a channel bad.
Name. Okay,
Absolutely.
start naming shows that are better
Teen Titan
than
Go.
Teen Titan Go. That's on Nickelodeon.
No, that's on Cartoon Network.
Thank you.
And it's crap. It's so bad.
The original wasn't.
I know the original wasn't, and then guess
Okay.
what? They don't have that anymore.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
so-
true.
just
So
like
they
all
did.
the
They
new
got
stuff.
rid of
We're
it.
We're
and,
talking
like,
current. What do you guys have current that is good?
Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, she's tagging me in. Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
Danny's coming in. What do you have? And I was trying to figure out what do you guys have current that we like.
Exactly. Current, Adventure Time, Amazing World of Gumball.
Everything on Adult Swim.
Amazing
Well,
World
it
of
just
Gumball
ended, but we'll
is
count
a
it.
gold mine. Okay, Steven Universe is also a good one.
Yes.
Not only that, but like some of the older cartoons that you mentioned. Well, one of them, Doug, was bought out by Disney, so it
Yes.
shows on Disney. Ever since that they
Just
Disney
merits
bought out, fell flat. Like it started out great, but after Disney had it.
While it was with Nickelodeon, it was great.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
like
point.
it's-
We aren't
but
talking
you
about
can't even-
Disney.
but you can't use Doug anymore, like because Doug is not even it's not even a Nickelodeon show at this point.
All right. What do you? Can you list anything new on Nickelodeon that you like, or what's anything that you can think of? And team can chime in to help.
Welcome back, Dragon Ball Z. By the way, Dragon Ball Z is back.
I don't watch.
All right. Well, look.
I mean, I'm a filthy millennial. Like I stream all my stuff. So
Hey,
Sorry.
I have a question,
I don't
Andy.
even know what
I have a-
network some of the stuff
Andy,
is.
I have a question. What shirt is this man wearing right here?
no,
Is
no,
that
nothing.
what is
No.
that?
No,
What is
I'm
that?
just a man child.
It's a, it looks like Rick and Morty. Looks like
no,
Rick and Morty.
no.
I don't know.
This is something different.
Yeah, it's bubble gum on a shirt.
I've never
Listen,
seen that before.
let me try to appeal
Looks like
to
a
the
classic.
It was a
emotions
Rick and
of
Morty
growing
shirt.
up in the 90s. Okay, so Nickelodeon taught me how to be a good person. And I'll give you an example.
Wow, he's going
Yes,
there. All
I'm
right.
going there. I'm going there.
Andrew is going
listen.
there.
There was an episode of Doug I'll never forget. There was an episode where he found money, like life-changing money, and he found the person and gave it back. And my little 6-year-old self was pissed because I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. But then I realized, no, wait. But I realized, that's obviously the right thing to do, right? And it tried to, I think it helped shape me who I am today. Whereas Dragon Ball Z, me and my cousins, or not Dragon Ball Z, Cartoon Network.
Dragon Ball Z, Cartoon Network,
wait.
yes, go ahead.
Cartoon Network, me and my cousins literally put on Mortal Kombat theme music, and we fight Dragon Ball Z. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that taught me anything.
know
It taught
what
me,
you're talking
okay, if you eat some beans, you get hungry, and then you can fight Frieza.
learn
It's
any
how-
lessons-
I didn't learn
Did you
anything
learn
from
any
Dragon Ball
lessons
Z
on
or
Cartoon
from
Network?
I'll tell
Cartoon
you one
Network.
lesson that
you
I
you
learned.
just learned. It was fun and entertaining. That's it.
No, that was great.
This
but I'm
is this is the biggest lesson I learned. Confidence from a show called Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo would
Show
speak
little
to
show.
so many women and get
misogynist.
Hold on. Cartoon Network. Johnny Bravo would be turned down by so many women, but he had the confidence to go back every time. I've been turned by many women, and I had the confidence to go at this girl right here, and she finally said yes.
How much did
Ooh,
pay?
Thank you, Johnny Bravo. Thank you,
wanna-
Cartoon Network.
So what are you gonna? Come on, knock that down somehow.
Come on, don't let him get away with that.
He's trying to play you
I
there,
think-
like
a
Johnny
little
Bravo.
bit.
I mean, is he comparable to Johnny Bravo?
No, Johnny Bravo is terrible.
Did he have the game of Johnny Bravo?
It teaches
The hair,
confidence.
muscles?
Was he has confidence, Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, I mean, no, he has confidence, and that's a great thing to have. But when you got
But
too
s-
much,
screw Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo did, it got him in a lot of trouble. It was, I think it's a kind of controversial show. But anyway,
So all right. So wrapping up your thoughts on why? Give me because I know you prepared a lot. Any other final thoughts you want to add to sort of help your argument
another
here?
thing, Cartoon Network stuff, it's not for all ages. I remember being as a child, watching stuff, and my mom being like, I don't want you to watch that. That's too mature, whatever. It's not something for all ages, whereas Nick, you can find there literally is something for everybody. You can have a family, someone that's 50 and watching stuff from Nickelodeon. Because they have Nick at Night and things like that. It is something that actually does reach to every single
Good
age.
point. Good point.
So we're gonna forget about
Yeah.
Okay.
and-
Final thought.
Cover all ages, from Hanna-Barbera all the way. From Hanna-Barbera all the way up to Adult Swim. They cover all ages. You got programming for little kids, Teen Titans Go, going up to Young Justice.
Anything else to add?
I definitely agree. I grew up on. I definitely grew up on the Hanna-Barberas and all that stuff and Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny definitely taught me how to be manipulative and funny, and yeah, it's great.
Manipulative, confident man. He's a catch.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Great lesson. Great lesson.
Ain't I a sticker? You know.
He's a good dude. I can tell. Yes, but anyway, you're saying it taught you a lot of life lessons. Too.
Taught me a lot of life lessons. I'm not the person I am today if it wasn't for Cartoon Network. Go ahead.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Last quick, and then
Yep.
anyone else? Gil.
Cartoon
okay,
Network
we'll end
taught me the most important, and that life will not treat you any better if you're a good person. Cartoon Network taught me that because look at Tom. Even when he acts like the sweetest person, he still gets effed over by Jerry because Jerry is a little dickhead. Stay humble.
He is a little
just
dickhead.
trying
He's
to-
a little dickhead.
What's wrong with that?
Screwing
No, there are
He's
times
like Twitter.
where Jerry just comes up to Tom and he just messes with him. All Jerry has to hear is, "Oh, I'm about to kick Tom out of this house if he does not get rid of this rat." And guess what Jerry does? He starts some trouble.
Yeah.
But Tom comes back every time.
Tom comes back,
All right.
perseveres.
Gil, final thought.
I would like to say you brought up the anime aspect.
His name's Gil.
Yes.
Is
Gil, I said that.
is
Sound
that
like
a good
Gil.
thing?
No, Gil. why not?
Absolutely.
Like a
Is it?
fish Gil.
Have
Absolutely.
you been to an anime convention recently?
I have not.
Oh,
But
so
I am definitely
so
a fan.
your dedication to the anime is seemingly not so much.
I'm a
I've
big Dragon
been.
Ball Z. Do I have to
I've-
go
This guy
places?
here.
What's your point?
Go ahead.
I've been
Yeah,
there,
what is
and
your
it
point?
is. It's the most Isley of conventions. It's common villainy of people who really
He's going, a
they're
lot
just
of
going
people are gonna
crazy.
come after you
Are
and
you
talk
going
about
after the
that.
anime of today
I'm
versus
gonna
the
go to
anime of
animes.
old?
I mean, the anime is
He
old or
doesn't
good.
give a
but
shit. I love it. He's
I'm
like,
gonna go after all of
bring
them.
it.
our new villain.
Listen, their anime is a beautiful thing, and
Is-
that's
can
also
be.
a spectrum that will
Can
cover
be.
all territories. And then, as a matter of fact, it brought in Pokemon.
All right.
which
Well, I
know
mean,
these
we're not
people
arguing
know.
about anime. We're arguing about Cartoon Network, Nick. I've heard enough. Time's up.
You're not getting
Toddy, great job. Ian, great job. Your teammates stepped in a little bit to help a lot, but I think you two have probably helped the most. Here's where I net out. I think you did a great opening, and then you had a great opening, but you were up against the fence to me, and then you brought in the history. I forget Cartoon Network was born off of the old cartoons, of a lot of them that we grew up. So the catalog sort of just then gets, not evened out, if not, leveled down. And then the problem was you guys had a little bit trouble telling me current stuff. So then it was like they won the past, they won the present, and then Gil wearing a Rick and Morty shirt did not help your cause. Someone should have told him to turn it around or something.
You want me to take it off?
No, it's okay. But anyway, very good arguments, but I got to just say, based off of the things I heard, I got to give it to Cartoon Network. You got the point. But high five, really good job, and thank you for driving 5 hours. Time for our final round, round 3. Do we need Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Danny, you're fighting this fight. Give me yes or no. Do we need Guardians 3?
We don't need any movie, but my response is no. We do not need a Guardians 3.
And you are saying we do need it.
By process of elimination, yes. But yes, I I honestly believe we do need it. You have a plan. Marvel's not DC. They don't buckle to fan reactions and so on. They have a plan. Feige and his company and and his generals, they're going through with the plan. And just because they have a little hiccup in the road doesn't mean that they can't find a replacement to figure out and go through that vision. So yes.
All right. So Andrew's saying we do need it. Danny's saying we don't need anything, but we definitely don't need this. I look forward to this fight. Go.
Go ahead, Danny.
You don't want to go first?
No.
I think you should go first.
All right. So basically. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it.
That's a slick move because he does that every round.
He
I
does.
do that. It's like because I'm trying to be what's that word?
No, you want to hear her fight first.
Okay, so
I know what you're doing. It's smart.
Yeah,
She
okay.
just called you out, so that was a good move.
Yeah, that was
Point 1 for Danny.
Shit.
Go ahead.
No. Okay, so the reason why we need it. Okay, back in 2017, before Guardians 2 came out, Gunn had a tweet. He basically saying that he's already written he's writing 3. I don't know if at that particular time it was written, but basically the third one is going to be the last iteration of these Guardians.
And he did finish the script.
He did finish the script. Currently, as we speak, that script is done. Whether it's a draft or whatever, I don't know. Also, Kevin Feige came out in an interview was saying that, yeah, James Gunn is good, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're going to make him the charge of the cosmic portion of the MCU. So, obviously, they had big plans with the Guardians and Gunn's vision. So, that being said, now we also have to think of future movies down the line because we know this is a soap opera. So this is a TV show. Every movie affects other movies. It's the way it is. So, and especially what Marvel's doing now, introducing Black Panther in Civil War, introducing Spider-Man in Civil War, and so on. Characters are being introduced in movies. So, for example, they just hired a director and writers for the movie The Eternals. The Eternals are cosmic beings, basically like Thanos' daddy. Yeah, Thanos' like ancestors. I'm thinking that Guardians 3, speculation here. Guardians 3 could introduce Adam Warlock as a villain, but you also introduce a little bit of the Eternals. So that way, when that movie comes out after, because Guardians 3 was supposed to be in May 2020. Let's be honest, that won't make it. But it could be maybe November. Who knows? Depending how fast they find a director. That being said, they introduced Eternals into the movie. They set that little seed of flavor, little hot sauce in there. Then we get that movie, and basically, from what I've heard online and so on, that's going to be a love story. And I think speculation that could be a way for the X-Men to go into the universe. Not to mention that Guardians 3 definitely, spoiler alert, is definitely going to take place after Infinity or Avengers 4, because it doesn't make sense to take place beforehand. There's 4 years between Guardians 2 and Infinity War. I looked it up. Screen Rant, you do a good job. So
Plug Screen Rant.
Yes. Yeah, plug Screen Rant. Yeah, sources, kids, sources like thesis papers. Anyway, so we have that. So they didn't mention that in Infinity War. There are other adventures, whatever. So it's going to be after the dusting, okay? And so.
And you want to hear what's next.
And I want to hear what's next. I want to know what's going on with Raccoon, Nebula, Gamora, Star-Lord, Groot. I want to see him as a full adult man again instead of a teenager bullshit. What is he doing? I want this generation Star Wars to come back. And Marvel has never thrown me for a wrong loop. So I think they can do it. They can pull it off. They haven't done anything wrong.
He had a lot there.
That was a
Sorry
lot.
about that. Stuff. No, but good stuff, Danny. Why don't we need Guardians 3?
Okay, because The MCU is already connected. Every other movie is connected within the other movies. They can literally throw the Guardians in whatever movie. We don't really need an ending to the first one and the second one. They actually did a pretty good job telling the story. They already have like the story, like the love story between Gamora and Quill set. They could literally throw in the ending to a different Marvel movie. As far as your mention of Adam Warlock, we could literally just introduce him into another Marvel movie like they did with the Black Panther, or Spider-Man. Spider-Man was introduced in Civil War before he even had his own movie. Black Panther was also introduced. So Adam Warlock can be thrown into like this new movie, Captain Marvel. Like he can be thrown in there.
You're saying a lot of the characters can be introduced in other movies. That's great, but you don't think we need an ending to this James Gunn trilogy?
Not, it's unnecessary. I'm not like. It would be nice to see, but not without James Gunn. Like it's James Gunn.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Does it need James Gunn? Would you want it if James Gunn was there?
I would want it if James Gunn was there, but I don't also need it. Like I don't need it. Like I just. What is your problem?
I'm just waiting my turn. I'm just waiting my turn.
I'm pretty sure your mic's still off, but
no, go ahead. What?
Oh, I'm just waiting my turn. First of all, the best things in life are done in threes. Number one. So you don't want to
really
1, 2, 3. That's like prime number, whatever. You don't want to end things.
So car accidents.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Celebrity deaths.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, those are all
of
done
that, all
in
that
threes.
stuff.
Those are like the best.
Insert
things
other
ever.
phrases. I'm not done, Andrew.
Do we need James Gunn?
No. There's precedence for this. I feel like I'm a Supreme Court nominee, but there's precedence for this with Ant-Man and Edgar Wright. I mean, obviously that took a long time, but Peyton Reed came in. He took elements of Edgar Wright's script. There was definitely Edgar Wright isms into that film, and Peyton Reed did an excellent job. Now, also the third movie, the threequel, sometimes in MCU movies have turned out to be kind of renaissance for that character, doing different things, trying new things. Iron Man 3, whether you like a movie or not, Thor Ragnarok. So the same thing could be done with Guardians 3. We can take.
We should be using Iron Man 3 as an example.
But again, there's precedence. You win some, you lose some. That being said, Gunn has already written a script. It's not like Favreau wrote a script for 3. I think he was an executive producer. But Gunn has already written a script, so they already have a direction. The actors know what they're doing. They've seen the 2 movies. He maybe consult in the background in terms of the humor and so on. They can bring someone in, someone who's willing to play ball in terms of seeing out that vision, that auteurist vision that Gunn put in. Someone like a Gareth Edwards, or they can bring in someone new. They just hired a woman, Chloe Zhao, a Chinese director for the Eternals movie. She's done like 5 short films. I checked on IMDb, and she's done 1 movie that was on Sundance. So if they can find someone like that, I mean, I'm not in those rooms. If they can find someone like that and implement a vision, that'd be great.
Okay,
Ian stepped in for the tap in. Go ahead.
All right, let's just stop dancing around the James Gunn conversation. Let's just go in. How many of you guys have ever created something amazing and then have it taken away from you to have somebody else get profit off of it or take all the credit for it?
I made some amazing meals.
I don't.
No comment.
Oh, yes.
I made some amazing
I
grilled cheese
definitely.
sandwiches.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this. Definitely, I understand the struggle. I'm sure other people here do, where they create something and then they see it
all the time.
They have to see it online, where it's just like, oh, that's my baby, but it's being used by somebody else. It's heartbreaking to see that and hear that. So this is the same thing with James Gunn.
So you're being altruistic. We don't want to continue it on because it's going to hurt his feelings.
Well, okay, when is society going to be able to accept a fucking...
question.
Listen, when is society going to be able to accept an apology? Seriously. 10 years ago, come on. Were you the same person 10 years ago?
Yeah, I've been the same person.
Well, then you've never progressed in life.
Years old.
That's a shame. That's a shame. You've never progressed in life.
You can't be more perfect than this.
10 years ago, so I know I've changed. Okay,
Whoa.
Well, look, this is a fascinating topic, and we can go there. But I'm just what is it about James Gunn though that we need? I guess is what I'm trying to figure out.
That's his vision. He had the outline, and obviously this is his script. So if you put your script out there, you have the vision of what you want to do with that script. So okay, as cool as Taika Waititi, that would be my second choice to do it. He cannot visualize what James Gunn is doing.
Star Wars. They just did that in Star Wars. When we did Force Awakens, we had J.J. Abrams, and then when we had the new Star Wars Last Jedi,
Rian
Johnson. He wasn't there, and now all the entire vision just completely changed on how everything was going. And now J.J. Abrams is going to come back, and there's probably going to be changes again.
A lot of retconning.
All right, so say if you will, you have created, as James Gunn has. He's created 2 films. He's created a 3rd script. Do you think that child that he's produced, he'd rather it just go to the wayside or go to the bin? I mean, he knows
Yes.
that there are people available in the MCU or just directors in general. I mean, do you really think he's so conceited that he thinks that he's the only
It
one
has
that can
nothing to
produce
do with being conceited.
But it's just,
Writers that
someone else can take over
for real,
for him, and it's still his words.
It's an artist thing. For one, we don't even know if
So you're saying
in
all
his
writers
eyes,
don't have issues with that?
in his eyes, we don't even know if the script is truly finished, because with writers, they always rewrite until they
Yeah,
come up. But
but
we don't
then
know if
they
it's
have to
actually finished.
produce
It's
it.
probably not like the greatest thing that he's written. We don't even know if he's even satisfied with the script. Like,
Writers are never satisfied, but that's not the point.
it
They
is
have
the
deadlines.
point, because the point is when he's directing the film, he can make those changes.
He could also write that information in, and anyone
He's
else can
not.
do
Why
it.
would he do that?
Because he
that's
wants to see.
But even if
the
he writes it
culmination
in,
of
that's
all
still
of his work produced.
So then
in
there
its
can't be a
glory.
Guardians 3 without him if he's writing suggestions
Nonsense,
in.
He's writing it.
He's writing it. That's still with him, isn't it? That's still with James
Yeah.
Gunn.
So it's still with him.
Point being, he's not there once the movie's being made.
He doesn't
Yes,
literally
like
need to be
there's-
there.
no.
He's already
Is
said
he
his
writing
work.
it or not?
He's already wrote it.
But are we acknowledging that writing happens throughout the movie?
Yeah, there is revisions, but you also have how many actors who have been with him for these past 2 films?
Who kind of don't want to do it without him.
That's true.
I agree with that, but they can also at least give advice.
But do we know for
CGI'd,
sure that they will?
Princess Leia. We can do that for
For Drax,
yeah,
we're
for
gonna
Drax.
CGI
I was gonna
Drax.
say Batista, but
We're
I know
gonna
that's his name.
we're gonna CGI Drax. That's
I
what
mean,
we're
we
gonna
totally
do.
could.
I
I
don't
would
think
love
that's
to see
gonna
it.
work.
Well, so does that mean we don't want these characters anymore?
No, absolutely not. We need these characters. Again, they're pivotal. Again, this is Marvel. This is not Star Wars. Feige has a plan. Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm. I love Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan, but they're not Feige. They don't have that creative vision as Feige and those people do.
They don't need their own movie anymore.
This Guardians movie needs to happen. Marvel's not DC. Marvel doesn't say, "Oh, what's the new hotness? Let's come out with this and let's do that. Let's do 30 Harley Quinn movies just because she's we have a great talent." No, they have a plan. They take obscure characters that no one's ever heard of, Guardians of the Galaxy as a prime example, and they put them into a plan, right? So again, this can be done. We have precedents. Again, I'm not the person who's the question is not who can step in as a director. The question is whether this needs to be done, and I think it does for the cosmic part of the universe, because I think that's going to be a big thing in Phase 4.
So go ahead. Do we need these characters?
We don't need these characters in their own movie. Whether or not we need these characters is irrelevant. Our argument is whether or not we need a 3rd Guardians of the Galaxy, and we don't, because we have the Marvel universe. Like, we have the universe. They could be thrown in almost anywhere.
So like
Anywhere.
Raccoon in like a Captain America 4.
Honestly,
like,
that would
come
be
on.
amazing. But like,
Adam
they
Warlock
know
is
each other.
specific. Adam Warlock is specifically tied to the post-credit scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for him to end up in
Okay.
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
I'm sorry,
that would
but
be a
Howard
little
the
bit
Duck
weird.
was also
Is it
in
just me, or
Guardians.
is
Have
it
you
Rocket
seen him yet?
But that was a
Because Thor
joke,
had
not
the
like an
best
essential
chemistry.
part,
Okay,
essential
but I'm
villain.
saying, like, you can't, like.
So, for
they
exa-
have had
Right,
they
right.
had
So after
Thor's
the
hammer
dusting-
in Iron Man in the post-credit scene, and he had his own movie. Like we don't
Right,
need,
but there's not
so
going to be an Adam Warlock movie based on rumors and so on we've been hearing now.
I'm
That's
just
speculation
saying,
that
like,
could happen,
but
but
by your
it doesn't.
argument-
It
But
doesn't.
we're
make
arguing that characters can show up in other movies.
They can
Absolutely
show
they
up in
can,
other
but
movies. We don't
they
need a
need to
third
make
one.
they need to have some realism in terms of like, does that make sense for a cosmic character to come up in for example, a street level character's movie? That doesn't really make sense. It wouldn't,
All right, any other thoughts?
for example?
You guys good?
I like the fact that like you mentioned Taika Waititi, because in Infinity War, when Thor and the Guardians came together, it was great. It worked. It was amazing. And
Are you on our team or are you on their team?
I'm saying I think that the movie can happen, but I think that like James Gunn wasn't in the question, so.
Right.
We're
You're
going
saying
there.
Taika Waititi
But I think
should take-
he could do the movie justice. Yeah, I think that the movie could definitely happen, and I think that it could still be great even if you don't have James Gunn.
Got it. She was helping.
Okay,
Taika
making
has
sure.
a good voice. Yeah. All right. Last
Budweiser, kids. It affects the mind.
All right, got noted. And so there are other people who can take over the bat. We need the characters and put them in the place of the cosmic world. Last thought.
Like I said, the movie can happen, but the point is we do not need it. They can be thrown in anywhere. And like I said, Thor's hammer was shown in Iron Man. He had his own movie. Ida Morlock was shown in Guardians. He can have his own movie. You never they can always change things. Like with writers, they do change things.
Time.
Sure.
That was good. Round of applause. Nice job, everybody. That was a good fight. Got a little ugly. I love that. Andrew, you play hard. I love it.
Eat a dick.
Whoa! Eat a bad thing.
The war, the facts of the war. Tell the tale of the tape here. I got to go what I heard, and you guys said a lot. I got even notes.
There's a lot of notes, Andy.
Here's where you got stuck. Andrew.
Uh-oh.
You said, you can't put him in all these movies. You only can put him in the cosmic world. But then you did this whole thing about the Eternals.
Cosmic
You made a whole
characters.
point about Thanos'
Cosmic characters.
Yeah,
They're all in
that's
the
a
same
clear
thing.
place that they could
Thanos is the Civil
go.
War.
Right, but they
Danny's
will be
argument.
introduced in
And
Guardians 3.
Surprised when you called on her and you yelled at her, Toddy brought the best point, which was there was a good director that could take the word, but you guys got so hung up on everything else that I wish someone else would have echoed her a little more, because these three really echoed even harder. We don't need the movie. It doesn't mean we don't have the characters. There's plenty of places they can go. And Captain America and Rocket Raccoon sounds like an awesome movie. What are you talking about?
No, but it doesn't make
right,
sense at
Thor.
the moment.
Anything can make sense in this world. We've all talked about it because there's a plan. If they have the plan, they'll adjust
But they
the
have
plan.
a cosmic plan,
I
man.
think Gunn was a visionary. When Gil and you were back and forth, you made a point of you do sort of want that visionary there. This franchise was because of him and his voice, and if his voice isn't there, you really want the actors to not be there. You said, nah, you have a point. So you guys were giving him points throughout, so I couldn't ignore that. Danny gets the point. We don't need a volume 3, but I do think we all want and could
want
use
it.
more Guardians.
Of course I wanna see
and
another
we'd love to
Guardians.
see it, but we don't need it. That is the argument. Good job, Danny. You won it. Wow, so now you two are even. You both want to fight. This is a
Yeah.
woo. I think we're
What a
going to need
recount
a,
on
we're gonna
that.
re- we're gonna rematch.
That's horrible.
Tell us what you thought in the comments. Am I wrong? Sometimes I am. It's okay. We'll live. It's time once again for the fun mini game of Who's the Best. Let me get my bag. All right, it's time for Who's the Best. I have my best bag here. Inside are a bunch of random toys and figures, and I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You're going to have to tell me who is the best at each question. This is an open round. That means you guys can all talk, but let someone try and lead, and then you guys can chime in. I'm going to keep this sort of time to myself. I want to keep it a little free flow, but these are shorter, tighter rounds, so keep it quick if you can. You guys, Light Bright, are up by a point. It's 2 points. And Token White Guy, you have 1 point, so you need to get these. There'll be 3 chances here and a tiebreaker if we need it. All right, let's do it. You guys know how this works? Question 1 will be, who would put on the best Super Bowl halftime show? Who would put on the best Super Bowl halftime show?
Give it to me, baby.
Wreck-It Ralph
Wow. Okay.
and Homer Simpson.
The Battle of the Bellies.
All right, we got to flip the coin here.
Battle of the
Flip a
Bellies.
coin. Ian, heads or tails?
Tails.
It is tails.
Yep.
What would you like, Wreck-It Ralph or Homer?
I'm gonna go with Homer.
Homer is going to be a halftime show versus Wreck-It Ralph.
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
Do you know Wreck-It Ralph?
yeah.
All he is tight.
You got this? Okay.
All right, I mean, I got an angle.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Go.
What do we like about nostalgia and music? We like the classics. We like the people that has been there, and we like to be happy about stuff we know. Everybody knows Homer Simpson, and everybody knows his classics. Doe, why you little? And all the other stuff. We want to hear that, and I could hear that all day at a halftime show. Why you little? For
No.
Dawn's early light.
It does not sound good.
I mean, but it's like it's just,
I'm not sold.
What's Wreck-It Ralph going to give me?
He can smash a lot of things. He can break a lot of stuff. It would be pretty entertaining. I don't know.
I mean, it's essentially just monster trucks, but with a human. You just put him in the ring, put shit around it, and he would break it. I mean, it's just literally like the most simple thing ever.
Jenga on steroids. I mean, how fun is that? How many times have you played Jenga with your friends, had a beer or two? It's a lot of fun. It's tactical and so on. This guy would just take it to town.
Breaking
Right.
things in cool
So-
ways, and Homer's
All right.
saying all his
And there would be-
catchphrases.
Like, oh no, Homer's got more than just catchphrases. As a matter of fact, if you look at it, he is literally entertainment. If you go to Universal, the theme parks, they have a whole park area dedicated to the Simpsons themselves, of how popular. Homer is quite literally one of the most popular characters of the show because he is iconic.
What
He
am I
will
going
be
to see
throwing
at the
out
Super Bowl
Duff Gear.
halftime show? Last thoughts. What am I going to see at this halftime show?
He's gonna throw donuts at the crowd, and everyone's gonna be happy.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, he's old. It's great marketing, but no, it's not. Just because he's old doesn't mean he's entertaining. Wreck the Ralph, he's the
It's
new
nostalgia.
hotness. He's
Free
great.
beer and
It's going to be great for
donuts.
kids.
No.
Kids are going to love it
Free
because all the
beer.
kids know
He's gonna
that's
hurt
what
a
the
child.
halftime show is for.
He's
He's
gonna
going
hurt
to
a
break
child.
everything. It's going to be entertaining.
God, that was really disappointing, you guys. You guys were terrible in that round. I got to be honest. You both were. Hello? He knows all the video game characters.
Boom.
What the hell? Hello? Did you not see Homer Palooza? The dude takes a cannonball to the stomach.
I would love to see that.
I mean, you guys didn't give me anything. You both sucked. I don't know who to give the point. That was disappointing. Step it up in round 2. But I'd rather see him wreck stuff than say why you little? Like, come on. What a waste of Homer. Wreck-It Ralph begrudgingly gets the point. But, man, you guys better step it up in round 2. Man, I wanted just to reset that whole round, but I got to just
It's
show
the
you that
Budweiser,
sometimes
kids.
lose
It's
the
the
best
Budweiser.
round doesn't work. All right, let's step it up this time, all right? Guys, for round 2, who'd be the best, worst Lyft driver? Who'd be the best, worst Lyft driver?
Oh,
Meaning,
so bad it's good?
So bad it's good.
Okay.
You're stuck in the car with this person, but it's so bad it's good. We got Voltron. And we got Raphael. Raphael the Ninja Turtle versus Voltron. So you guys won the coin toss last round. That means you get first dibs this time. Would you like Voltron or Raphael?
I think we're going to go with Raphael. Andy.
All right, we got a Ninja Turtle and
Yeah.
we got a super beast of
That's right.
a lot of stuff. Who would be the best Uber driver? So bad it's good. Go.
I'll let you go first, sir.
All right, so Raphael, I think it's going to be a therapy session. I think he's angry. I'm angry. It's going to be bad for our mental health. Or for our stress levels, but it's going to be good in the long term. It's going to be that bad. It's good that it's going to be what's the word? Cathartic. That's the word. Thank you for the SAT word over there. And it's going to be great. We're gonna chat about bullshit. I'm going to tell him my darkest secrets, that all my sins is practically going to be a confession. I think that's going to be good for me. It's going to be good for him. But at the same time, I'm going to be angry when I leave the damn vehicle. So it's going to be bad.
It's but good.
But it's going to be good at the end.
All right,
for
interesting
me
take
long
on it,
term.
but I'll accept that. Voltron, what's he going to do?
Voltron, literally, you got 5 people driving you. You're paying for 5 Lyft vehicles.
That's bad for your wallet, my friend.
Hey, we said it's the best, worst experience that you're going to have. Now,
What makes
no
it
one
the
said
best,
it's-
worst?
Well, first of all, you're going in Voltron, a giant vehicle.
I don't know
that's
who he
made of
is.
5
Why
different
was that?
lions. It can deform into 5 different lions and go into.
Can he
5
pass
different
red
parts.
lights?
He can step over the red lights.
So you're going to jail then. You're getting
Exactly.
speeding. You're not going to where you're going.
You know what?
You're not
That
getting
would
home. You're not going
make
to the
great story.
restaurant.
You know what? I would have been here sooner, but we got pulled over because we stepped over a red light, and the cop saw us and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna give you a ticket. It's gonna be huge."
You're not
But I
getting
like.
the ticket, by the way. You're not driving, so it's irrelevant.
Whatever.
It's like more like-
You're
it's
stuck
like-
in traffic.
it's
That's
like
the point.
The Lyft driver
jaywalking.
gets a ticket. It's the
Sure.
Lyft's the ticket.
But with Raphael, though,
And
I'm
then-
going to be upset about it. But again, he's going to help me through my problems. I'm going to come in here feeling like a new
you
man.
said that already. And that was a good point, but I needed new points. I
On
heard
top
your
of
point.
which,
Yours is cool because it's going to step over red
he
lights.
always gets
Yours is a
interrupted.
therapy session. Go ahead.
He always gets interrupted because there's always a new monster that's coming in and attacking the city. It's attacking a new planet. And matter of fact, if you're trying to go somewhere, I need to go to the club or get home. He's like, well, we got to take a detour because now, like,
Okay, here's the thing, though. Raphael, again, we're going to have that cathartic therapy session. By the end of the day, with all your bullshit, he's going to go over red lights. You're not going to get to play. Maybe you're going to work. Maybe you don't have a car. Maybe you can't get a rental. He's going to get me the place where I'm going to go. If I want to be at the party at 8, I'm going to be at the party with 8 Raphael. So it's going to be good. And you're just going to be sitting in traffic, twiddling your
worst
thumb
case-
saying, what the hell am I
worst
doing?
case scenario, the arm flies off and he goes flying ahead in time.
Wow. Yeah, timeout. All right. This is rough, too. I got to be honest.
Outside the box, Andy. Outside
Yeah,
the
I
box.
mean, you just made me sound like it sucks. I mean, it sounded cool in the beginning because it's like, oh yeah, I'm in Voltron, but then you made me clear I'm gonna get arrested, potentially die. There's gonna be villains coming after me. I'm probably gonna be late. That's just worst. That's not best worst.
Yeah.
This is worse because he's annoying and angry. Raphael is angry, but at least you're getting something out of it. At the end, you're gonna go deep breath and go, wow, I just learned a lot about myself. So Raphael gets it. I'm sorry, guys. Man, all right. So that was a tough one, but that's how this game works. It's anybody's game. Wow, you guys just took the lead. You guys took the lead. Token White Guy is now in the lead. All right, here we go. You guys get to first pick of the choices. Let's make it count this time. Hooey, hooey. All right, who would be the best kisser?
Me.
Batman.
Ugh.
I'm reaching in for something good. Let's see here. Iron Man. Who'd be the best? I know who you like.
You already know.
We know who she likes. Batman or Iron Man, who'd be the best kisser? And you get to pick first. I assume you're going to pick
Just
Iron
give it
Man.
here.
And over here, you guys get Batman. Iron Man versus Batman. Who'd be the best kisser? Fight it out.
I mean, just look at him. I mean, what more do you need? I mean, this is a man who not only owns his own company, comes from a very, very good family, but he's also gone a lot. So really, you just kiss him, he fucking leaves. You don't have to worry about him. He doesn't bother you. And then when he comes back, it's nothing but naughty things that I can't say in public.
You do realize that Tony Stark has his own company as well, right?
Yeah, but
Like, that's like-
he doesn't have as much money as Bruce.
Also,
No.
Ooh.
Check that.
That's
now,
actually incorrect.
richest person would be
In
another
comic
fight,
books?
but separate fight. But
It-
they're
yeah,
both.
no,
Let's just say they're both rich.
They're both billionaires.
that's
They're definitely both
also
rich.
money, and the fact that they own their own company has nothing to do with whether or not he's going to be a good kisser. And frankly, he grew up without parents. He has no one. Oh, well, no, they
I'm
both
sorry,
grew
what?
up without parents, so I
Did your
can't
parents
even
teach
use
you how
that.
to kiss?
Yeah, what's your point on that?
My point is he grew up without love. He didn't really
So
experience
he's going to be
love.
seeking it from everyone around
He's
him.
going to be seeking it, but he can't find it. He
He's like
doesn't
that-
really
that
seek
college
it.
girl who doesn't
He seeks
trust
revenge. He
everyone.
doesn't seek love.
Batman is not known for being happy or seeking happiness. He's known for like, I am the knight.
Yeah, but
He is
Bruce
literally
Wayne is all about personas.
He's
So
walking
when he's
depression.
Bruce Wayne-
No, we're talking about Batman.
Oh, they're one and the same.
No, we're talking about Batman.
So then Iron Man isn't a rich man.
Iron Man is a rich
Iron Man
man.
seeks out. He's like, I want that.
Let me give an example. Remember Iron Man 1 when he's just talking to a reporter? 10 seconds later, he's in the bed just making out with her. Has
Yeah, but
that ever
that's-
happened with
is
Batman?
that Iron Man or
It's
is
never-
that Tony Stark? Because
same
we're
guy.
separating the personas.
They're the same. Batman versus Iron Man is Tony Stark versus Bruce Wayne.
All right,
Same
so
fight.
Bruce
Okay, so
Wayne,
we're
Why is he the best kisser? Give me why. Give me what is a kiss
this
with Bruce
man,
Wayne going to be like?
When he, oh my God, it's like a fine cognac mixed on a
Cognac's
with
gross.
a fine Cuban cigar, because you know he can get that anywhere, on a balcony overlooking a cliff that is so majestic. Like it's impossible to ever.
I'm getting excited. Wow.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yes.
All right.
Step back a bit.
And then what's a kiss with Iron Man going to be like?
Trash. Like
Not
alcohol.
vanilla for one, because that's what Batman is. He's vanilla. He's very boring. You don't know what vanilla is?
Vanilla. It's an ice cream and it's boring.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's it going to be
Okay,
like?
so Iron Man,
Like Scotch and
he's
regret.
known to be a playboy, like known to be like just a
He's
player.
also known for being an alcoholic.
I'm an alcoholic and I kiss very well, so I don't know what that means.
Whoa.
Like, I don't know.
But
if
anyway,
that
but we have to
matters.
think about
Like-
our health
Let's
here.
decide.
Tony Stark he's a playboy. He's been with a lot of women. Who knows what's going on in his mouth in terms of disease-wise? You know how it could affect that in terms
He's
of pimples
rich.
and things in there.
And you can say
whatever.
the same thing
And
about
also,
Batman.
Bruce is an emotionally torn man. He's going to bring that.
So is Iron Man.
He's
What
gonna
does
bring
that have
that-
to do
he's
with
gonna
anything?
bring that pain
they're
to that
literally,
kiss.
they're
And it's
almost
gonna
the
be
same
so
person
bittersweet
except,
that it's gonna-
except Iron Man.
I want to hear Toddy. Go ahead.
Just beat her with the mic.
He's
That's
definitely
fine.
gotten like a good number of women though. Like you can't like just be like, oh, like Tony Stark's got like all the women. Like yeah, well Batman like he had. women.
All right, so they both have toured past. They're both rich, and they both, have been with a lot of women. I need, in your closing argument here, what's going to separate them as the kisser?
First of all,
Final
I
thought.
want.
Give me the final point here. Go.
Okay, I want a kiss to lead to something. Batman's gonna kiss you and leave. Iron Man is gonna kiss you. He's gonna pull your hair. He's gonna grab your neck as he's kissing you. It's gonna lead somewhere.
So
There's gonna
there's
be passion in his
passion.
kiss.
you're saying Batman?
Batman has no
He's not gonna
passion.
fuck?
He has
He
no
doesn't get down,
passion.
He's not DTF.
He's not. He's
right,
not
what's your
down.
final
No,
thought here?
have you?
They're saying he has going to come with passion. What's Batman going to bring that surpasses Iron Man?
Last time I checked, Batman has a son. Iron Man has no kids. So that means that even if he does,
It just means he
kiss,
has protected sex.
even
That's
if
all
he
that
does
means.
kiss, it means that
He's
no one really wants
safe
to stay
sex.
around.
All right.
It was unconsensual.
I don't know what the hell that had to do with kissing.
It's called passion.
Yeah, just having a kid doesn't mean you have passion. I
All
mean,
right, you heard it here first, kids.
I mean, you
Kids
can have a
have
kid.
passion.
It doesn't mean anything. It
it
just
was
means
a
you
product of
reproduced and had a baby.
Hold on.
His child was a product of rape.
Yeah.
So, like,
So-
let's bring his kid into it. Let's
But she came back, didn't she?
Look, I mean,
Came back for that Batman.
it is true. Tony Stark has a little bit more energy, and I guess it is fair. I didn't hear enough.
Because he has a solar power.
He's kind of Batman is a badass, but he's a womanizer. But I think Tony Stark will be a little bit more interesting, have a little more passion. I got to give it to them. You guys got the point, Danny and Light Bright. You brought to a tie. We are in a tie, so I have to do a last-minute tiebreaker here. Let's do this really quick. It's going to be a speed round tiebreaker. Let's do it. In honor of our first round, I'm going to add this similar theme for our tiebreaker. Who would be the most delicious?
You're welcome, Gil.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I would eat him up.
We have Stitch.
You're not eating Stitch.
Oh no, he's gonna be sitting my side.
Hey, hold
And we have Tinkerbell.
Oh, we're eating.
No!
Who would be most delicious? Tinkerbell or Stitch? Oh, all right.
I believe it's our turn to take. I think
Whose turn?
I think
whose
we get
turn
to
was
choose.
it? Yeah, you do get to choose.
I think we get to choose, and I think I'm gonna go with my colleague over here. We're gonna get Tinkerbell. She's excited.
Tinkerbell, you
I'm
gonna eat
excited.
Tinkerbell? All right.
I got the enthusiasm. Here we go,
You
baby.
guys are gonna eat
We got
Stitch.
this.
Here we go. All right. Oh, Toddy, bring it up. You're excited. Why are you excited? Why were we gonna eat Tinkerbell? Go for it.
Man, okay.
I don't want
A
to
fairy. You can just like you can catch these so easy. You can just pop them like right in the oven, let them bake.
They'll
It's like you just pop them right in the oven, let them bake. It's like a chip or like popcorn. They come with their own seasoning. They fucking have fairy dust. They have fairy dust. Like it doesn't get better than that. Like it's got to be so good. Like
There's more of this.
I just.
All right,
How do you
seasoning
get
fairy
that?
Party
dust.
finger
Danny's
food.
tapping out, but can anyone fight for why Stitch would be more delicious?
Listen, Stitch is literally the rarest of delicacies. He's a one-of-a-kind meal, genetically modified and created to be.
Oh, you're pro GMO?
Oh, absolutely. And listen, and absolutely with the little
Genetically
pixie
modified
dust
is
right
true.
there going on, they're about that big. I inhale that rather than taste that. And like as soon as I take a breath in,
Listen, it's
I
gonna-
just swallow
You
it without
cook
even
multiple,
tasting it.
and then you put it in like.
There's
in a
only
bag. You
one
just eat them
Tinkerbell.
like chips, like popcorn.
We're not talking
we are
about.
eating popcorn.
We're talking about Tinkerbell.
That
She's
shit
not
fills
a
you up.
species
That
of
shit
Tinkerbell.
fills you up. This popcorn fills you up. Man,
You just eat it like this, baby.
You eat popcorn like that.
I'm
it
telling
is-
you. Go ahead.
It's just gonna. whew.
There's only 662 of these, right?
626.
626, right?
626.
Yeah, you're eventually gonna run out of them.
Yeah, but, you know, it's a rare-
627 of
627?
them.
Yes.
If you count the sequels and things, yeah.
yes.
Leroy,
This is a
Leroy
rare
Jones-
delicacy, like you said.
And
You know,
you're
you wanna
eventually going to run
definitely-
out.
Well, you know, it's a once in a lifetime thing, and I
It'll
gotta
be
take
too
advantage of
expensive
this
for the
shit.
common man.
You know,
So you're going
That doesn't
exotic.
mean-
You're saying
that
Tinkerbell
doesn't-
is not exotic?
That doesn't
about
mean they're
that. There's
delicious,
a
though.
lot.
Being expensive doesn't mean they're delicious.
if you're
What's
popping
all
them
right?
Also-
Danny, go again. Come on, you got to because it's about to be called.
All right,
Final
I
thought.
love Stitch, but come on, this thing has way more meat on his bones than 100 times of those fairies.
Just because it has more meat on it, how are you gonna get that meat? You see that little thing? Claws,
There's no
teeth.
meat on that
He's
thing.
going to
Listen,
tear you up.
As far as cooking
before
goes,
get
you can
close to it.
No,
tenderize them.
Ohana means family.
Yeah, you're not
he's
family.
gonna look at
How?
you,
There's so many
and he's
ways to
gonna
do it.
think
What can
he's
you do with
he's
it?
gonna
Oh, that's
come
so
to
sad.
you.
He's gonna kind of
He's gonna trust you. He's the easiest thing to catch with you. He is going.
You can
Wow,
cover
she
these
just went
things in
dark.
chocolate.
No,
like,
you can't catch those things. Those things do not trust people. Tinkerbell herself does not trust people. She
Man.
only trusts Peter Pan. She does not like Wendy at all.
Stitch is basically a dog.
He-
Dogs taste gross. I've eaten dogs in China.
Five,
They're gross.
4,
Yo, listen, they're basically
three,
popcorn
no,
chicken. You can
no,
put curry,
that's
all the
not
flavors,
what he
the
was
whole.
to you.
Don't eat it.
All right, time. Wow, that got exciting. Now that's how you play the game. See, it came together at the end. Toddy, bravo, stepping out, and Danny, all you guys, you did a fantastic job. This is a really tough one. Here's the point. You came out strong. You came out strong, and you almost made them all concede to you. But, I mean, yeah. But here's where I got challenged. They're small. They are tiny, tiny, tiny. They are smaller than popcorn chicken, dude. You can't even. They're a little glowing light. I mean, they are small. When Danny came up and gave me the, it's your dog, and he would just come up to you and be so sweet, and then you just eat it. I mean, that got dark.
Have you ever eaten dog?
But
It's gross.
look at the meat on him. I'm not a meat eater, but I can imagine he's got some exotic flavor, some Hawaiian seasonings. I mean, they went there.
He's an alien.
They went there. No, but he's born in Hawaii.
alien.
It's like
You
a
could
hybrid
die.
space Hawaiian dish.
You could
I was
die.
impressed you guys went there. I got it. Since you went dark and you didn't give up, I gotta give Lightbright gets the point and the win. So sad to eat either of these wonderful talents, but that's how it goes. What did you think? We will have to talk about this on our Patreon, on our After the Fight special. If you are a Patreon member and you do the right tier, you'll be able to hear more of it. So stay tuned. And if you're not, don't worry. We'll be back next week. Tell us in the comments below what kind of wars you want to see, who you want to see fight, all that stuff, and we'll listen. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Patreon link below, and check out all their Twitters, which I'll put in the description below. Bye! Hello, welcome to Behind the War. That's right, Patreon. This is our quick, exclusive wrap-up of the show, and they're still mad. You guys are mad at me.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Tell me, how did I suck?
Stitch. You can't just walk up to him. He's a dick.
No, you can.
It's not
You
until,
can
like,
if he's
later.
family.
He's
Eventually.
family. Ohana's
got
fam-
fucking guns.
Eventually. We're not talking